joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports with Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, Kevin Harlan. And joining us tonight, a man who once said he will never write another traditional sports column. Please don't say that. So, Bill Simmons, don't say that.
Well, now you just have to tweet. You need 280 characters, and you can pretend you're a writer.
What do you think of social media?
I actually think for basketball, it's been a huge advantage. And it hasn't been a huge advantage for a lot of other things, but I think it's made basketball a lot more fun. I do worry, though, sometimes that people are just watching their Twitter feed over the games. I still think there's an advantage for people who actually are watching what's going on versus watching people's reactions to what's going on.
Interesting. In the last meeting for these two teams, the Lakers were handed a loss when they went up against Milwaukee.
Yeah, they gave up in that one. The defense constantly breaking down way too many times.
Yeah, I'm with you. Disgraceful performance and an issue that might be tricky to fix.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Taking a look at the Lakers. Inside, we've got Kuzma and McGee. Reggie Bullock is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's LeBron in at the small forward. Now, here's Bledsoe. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia. Shot clock at 2 from deep three-point range. Bullock with the rebound. And you look at the talent level, Bill, for the Bucks, very high. Some people felt they underachieved last season. What do you think?
Well, they had some coaching issues. And by issues, I mean they barely had a coach. And this year they have addressed that and tried to get a more competent coach. But, you know, I think when you fire a coach midseason, then you bring in a new point guard midseason, you have a young player who's not quite ready to be a super-duper star yet. It was predictably rocky. I thought they should have beaten the Celtics in the first round. They just kind of weren't ready to do it yet, and they got outcoached.
Great analysis. Now, here's Bledsoe. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the game. The first one falls. And so he hits both. Looking at the last game for Milwaukee, it was a loss to the Philadelphia 76ers.
And that was a stinker. I mean, that's one of those games where you really can't find anything that they did well. The game just got out of hand and really just a shaky performance across the board.
Man, only surprise is that the margin wasn't great. I mean, somehow they managed to hang around despite the lack of effort, Greg.
Now LeBron, after Chris Middleton missed from long range. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
For all those people waiting for LeBron to start showing his age, you might not want to start holding your breath. This man's got a lot of time left in this league.
Lakers shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis. And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for LeBron. Now here's Middleton. He's coming off a 19-point game against Philadelphia.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. He also did a great job at creating for his teammates. So many assists tonight.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Now we've seen some top prospects forego college, enter the G League straight out of high school. What do you think is the future of the G League, and do you like where it sits right now?
I do. I wish they spent more money on salaries.
I agree.
I wish they blew it out. I mean, I think this is the first year we've had 30 G League teams. This should be the #1 place you'd want to go after high school. You should not want to go to college. You should want to go to a AAA awesome league that's set up.
And they're bringing kids up and down off that G League roster all the time.
It's just better, and you're going to have a better chance to succeed as a professional basketball player. You see the situation we're in now with the one-and-done guys. They go to college. They show up in September. They're playing all the way through till March. Whenever they get knocked out, they drop out of college. And they might last, till round 2 in the tournament, which is what, March 20th?
Right.
And they're out. So they've been in college for 6.5 months. How's that a good system? They didn't even finish 2 semesters. So I would much rather see the G League work, and I don't understand why they don't spend a little more on it and just make it like a force. I don't think the moves are that hard.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Connaughton's checked in.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
And the Lakers with possession here. Trailing by 2, and he gets the bucket.
Awesome at keeping his balance. Sometimes guarding Kuzma is impossible for the defense.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Now here's James. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against the Knicks in New York.
Oh, well, his rebounding stood out, too. He gave them a big lift on the board.
And here's Middleton bringing it up now for Milwaukee. Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Mike Budenholzer.
That's right, Kevin. Now you see where the game changes from where it used to be. He said tonight they've got to get back, and if that means giving up offensive rebounds, so be it. He thinks good transition defense is the biggest difference in their chance at winning. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Bill, we know about the love affair you have with the NBA, and you've written about it for so long. Started with the $4 ticket in Boston with your dad.
Yeah, my dad bought season tickets for the 1973-74 Boston Celtics, and it was only 1 ticket. And I think it was $4 a game, probably like $160 total. And he used to carry me in mainly because they didn't want to pay for a babysitter. So I started going to games that year, probably sleeping through a lot of them, and they won the title.
How old were you in 72?
So I was 4.
4 years old.
I'm not going to lie, I don't remember anything from that season. The first season I remember is the year later when they lost before the finals to Washington. And then the year later, they won the famous finals against Phoenix, the triple overtime game. I was there.
Was Cowens on that team?
Cowens, Havlicek,
Yep.
JoJo White.
Yep.
And I was at the triple overtime game in the 76 finals. Was probably the most famous NBA game ever. The kids out there now would nominate like Game 7, 2016 or something. Triple overtime game was the most famous game ever. And I slept through the entire second half and the first overtime.
Oh, no.
But then woke up because everybody was standing the whole second overtime, so I had to get up.
Kept alive. Bledsoe passes to Connaughton. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by the Lakers. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
And really, man, they played their hearts out. Missed a couple opportunities down the stretch, and that was the difference.
Absolutely right, Greg. That's all it takes. A play here, a play there, a detail that isn't accounted for, it stings.
Here's Connaughton following the basket by LeBron James. And the rejection by James.
Love watching James dominate on defense. An impressive rejection artist. You better check your rear view when you're driving to the hole.
Good.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Bledsoe against Rondo. Got it. Good job in the low post. And that's now 6 points for Eric Bledsoe.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Stolen by Bledsoe. Pass to Connaughton. Middleton outside. Bledsoe outside. Lopez outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lakers have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Bill, you've done quite a few player interviews over your life, and I'm sure there are some guys that have surprised you with what they've got to say.
Yeah. I think we're in a really cool generation with basketball players where they're these really thoughtful guys who aren't afraid to share stuff. You know, some of the guys try to protect their images and their kind of their manufactured reputations, I would say, to some degree. But for the most part, the candidness of some of these guys, you can't hide on a podcast. Mm-hmm. If I have you for an hour, you're not going to be able to dodge stuff. You're going to have to.
Well, you challenge people, that's the beauty of the podcast.
Well, and I don't have notes, so I do it. I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, and we're going. And you got to be ready.
That's how Larry King used to do it. Yeah.
So some guys are ready. Like Durant was great. Durant was ready to talk, and we did 5 podcasts, and everything's on the table with him. But my favorites are, somebody like Kyrie came in, really smart, kind of sort of ready to go, but not totally, but then got into it. And those are usually the best ones.
And the slam dunk by McGee.
Excellent court awareness. James has always had terrific instincts as a playmaker.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 8. I want to get back to what we were chatting about, Bill, with how today's NBA players are so media ready, whether it be interviews or social media. Your take is really interesting.
I think in general, all these guys, the guys now are so used to talking to people and being in front of people, and they're not surprised by questions, and they know how to handle themselves. They know how to not get in trouble, and they're comfortable.
Maybe kind of grown up with you though too. You know what? You've been relevant for many years. Well, they've grown up with your stuff.
To be honest, a lot of them just know me as the white guy on NBA Countdown. They might not have read me, but they remember like that year I was with Jalen Rose, But what's weird is
I think you'd be surprised.
Well, you know this too. When you're on TV, the credibility you get from being on TV, I wasn't prepared for within the NBA.
Oh, really?
I think that's true. Yeah, I think it's like, oh, he's on TV, he's okay. And maybe they don't agree with you all the time, but you've passed some imaginary checkpoint with those guys.
Well, you may think that TV was your validation. This is going to be your validation.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
This is it. I'm stamping you right now.
This is better than winning a Pulitzer Prize.
Tony Snell, his first 3 seasons in the league with Chicago, struggled to find his footing, but then he comes to Milwaukee, and he has seemingly found some solid ground.
Are we sure it's solid?
It can be a little shaky at times.
Yeah, in Boston, it was a mudslide in that Boston series last year. It was not solid
for that
ground.
one series. You're exactly right.
Yeah, he's a 3-and-D guy, and those are the hardest guys to find. We have a point guard glut in the league right now where there's just a million point guards.
The golden
every
era point guards.
It's almost too many.
Yeah.
And you see in the draft, there's 5 point guards a year in the first round, or 6, or whatever it is. And it's harder and harder to find those Jaylen Brown types, and then to a lesser degree, you want to find the Tony Snell type, the guy that can come in off the bench, guard some people, and make a wide open 3. You can't even find those guys.
And he knocks down the first one.
And what I like about Lopez is his throwback game. He's most dangerous when he's operating close to the basket.
And the Lakers making a change here. Hart's checked in. And he makes the first, but misses the second. The Lakers trail. This one for 3. Here's Wagner, and it's sent back by Lopez.
Having to be careful around Lopez, he's solid at timing when to leap up to block shots.
James looking around. The pass to Hart. Pass to Muscala. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Hill. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Hart kicks to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Wagner. No one near him. Ilyasova comes up with the rebound. Milwaukee in the lead. DiVincenzo. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Back to Snell. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. Bill, one shot to win a game. You can pick any player. Who's going to take that shot for you?
Kevin Durant. I think he has the most ways to get a good shot off. I always look at it as, is it a quality shot to get off? So he can post the smaller guy up. He can shoot a three. He's got the pull-up hezzy jumper, as he calls it. He can go to the lane and pump fake and do a little drop step. And I just think he has the most moves. Some people would say LeBron, but am I getting regular season LeBron or playoff LeBron?
Playoff LeBron.
Playoff LeBron would be my number one choice.
He'd be pretty good.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Regular season LeBron, I'm not as enthused about.
Here's Hart. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Muscala finds Caldwell Pope. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Shooting two.
And he makes the first.
And Caldwell Pope is a guy you cannot leave open at any time. He just a very good shooter from any spot on the floor.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both.
Well, he's not making any mistakes up there today. Another solid trip to the line for him.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Hill dishes to Snell. It's back to Hill. To the left side wing. Here's Gasol. 6 on the shot clock. Up and in from the low block. And the Bucks lead by 4.
Well, they found exactly the shot they wanted. I mean, they'll take that every time.
Hart kicks to Muscala. Caldwell Pope outside. And the 3 off target. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 47% from the field to start things off. Hill passes to Snell. Now here's Gasol. He's guarded by Stevenson. Lets it go from the wing. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And the defense can only do so much. Gasol knows he can get his shot up over anyone in this league.
Stevenson finds Muscala. He's looking for Caldwell Pope and finds him. Back to Muscala to the right side. Stevenson right side. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's Hart. And the Lakers with another miss. They play the clock right. They can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Here's Snell. And he converts the layup. And now an 8-point Milwaukee lead.
And you can sense they're starting to take charge here.
Yeah, and it goes beyond the small lead that they built. They really captured the momentum.
Now here's Stevenson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And Muscala has it in the corner. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Hill against Caldwell Pope. Pass to Ilyasova. Stolen away from deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. It's been all about Eric Bledsoe for Milwaukee. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back right after this. Already a superstar, Antetokounmpo talked about how much more he can improve.
I'm just trying to focus on the court. What's my next step as a basketball player? Because I know this is just the beginning. I haven't even reached my potential yet. I think I have a long way to go, and maybe one day I can be top 10 in all those things. I feel like I can do that.
I think he's already a top 10 player with his skill set and physical tools, Greg. He can be an all-time great.
He's shown the dedication. I think he's only going to get better.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
And really, for the whole first quarter, they've maintained their intensity. Let's see how long they can sustain it.
Pau Gasol is out there with Ilyasova. Then it's George Hill, and then there's Antetokounmpo. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. Now, here is Muscala. He feeds it to Caldwell Pope. It doesn't go for him, and Milwaukee will come the other way. Bill, we know in your writing that you love to incorporate pop culture references. How did that begin with you?
Well, it began because in college, I was dropping them in columns and people were responding. I think pop culture probably mattered more when I was in college in the 80s and 90s because, you know, we didn't have the internet back then. It was harder to connect with people you didn't know. Basically, you had sports and pop culture and politics. Those were the three ways. If I'm getting to know you, what are the three things we're going to talk about? I didn't want to talk about politics with anybody, so the other two things for me were sports, pop culture. I was also an only child in the 70s with only 5 or 6 TV channels watching Brady Bunch, Partridge Family, Sanford and Son, Jefferson's, Good Times, all that stuff. And, you know, that stuff just soaks into your DNA, and that's it.
And the call will be against George Hill. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, you better watch it. He doesn't want to pick up a third foul before halftime.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. For 3, Caldwell Pope. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. 8 points for Kentavious Caldwell Pope. And Bill, in talking about the connection between pop culture, sports, and basketball during your career, through it all, you've always been a writer, though, haven't you?
Always been a writer. Only that was the only child of me. The thing is, though, I would have watched more basketball, but basketball wasn't on. You know, I try to explain this to people, how lucky they are to be able to watch.
They can't believe these finals were tape delayed.
Well, but think about the day-to-day, right? Like Magic Johnson. I feel like I saw his whole career, but I really didn't. Like, his first couple years in L.A., I think CBS was only showing, like, 6 or 7 regular season games.
And Sunday afternoons.
In the playoffs, they would bump them off.
Yep.
USA, I think, got the contract in maybe 1982, but for the most part, like, I love George Gervin. I probably saw him play in person twice, and I saw him on TV maybe 10 times, 12 times. And now I could watch Giannis every day. And if Giannis dunks, I could see it on Twitter 5 minutes later, or 5 seconds later.
It's amazing.
So I think people are lucky. You guys should appreciate how lucky you are out there.
Here's Hill, following the basket by Kentavious Caldwell Pope. And it's blocked by Stevenson. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. A post-All-Star break look now at how the breakdown between three-pointers and other shots have been for the Bucks.
And clearly they haven't been shy about launching it from long range. That's the way the league has been going, and they are certainly embracing that trend.
Bucks leading by 3. The Bucks building their roster around length and athleticism, Bill. That was a key reason they drafted Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, but I mean, I did that draft. He went 15th. And basically, it looked like he was playing in the YMCA against ninth graders. We had no idea.
In the Greek League.
Yeah, after the lottery, you're throwing stuff against the wall. It was right around the right time to take him. I don't think they had any idea what they took. And also, he grew 3 inches after they took him.
It's amazing.
It is one of the most unbelievable draft picks in the history of the league. It really is. They drafted not just the best player in that draft at pick 15, but they drafted one of the franchise players of this decade with this flyer pick on the 6'9" dude from Greece, and was a success story even if he became an all-star. And it's gone way beyond that.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight. And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
2 of 6 from the line. 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 2 of
No good on the free throw. Both teams will make substitutions. Good on the second free throw.
Didn't have a free throw in the first quarter, but you can see he's starting to play with more energy now. He has a tougher attitude.
Rondo with the ball. He's picked up by Hill. Gasol against Stevenson. Over Gasol. And it's Stevenson missing.
He gets the shot he was looking for, and he just can't bury it.
Hill has the open look. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And the Bucks lead by 8.
And you can't lose track of Hill, a money shooter on the spot.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Wagner passes to Hart. On the wing, Stevenson. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. The pass to Connaughton. Kicks it to Hill. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. And now it's an 11-point Milwaukee lead.
And Hill's a player whose shot has to be respected.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Oh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Hill. JaVale McGee's checked in for Los Angeles. Reggie Bullock comes in for Josh Hart. On defense, Milwaukee. Rondo looking around. Stevenson outside. He kicks it to Bullock. 4 on the shot clock. And the Lakers with another miss. And it's Milwaukee's ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Antetokounmpo dishes to Bledsoe. Rondo with some nice D.
Now that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possesses.
And let's check out the stats for Rondo. They've gotten some big performances from him since the All-Star break. He's putting up 9 points a game, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Well, yeah, lately he's been overachieving a little bit. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things to come.
The free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe. And the Bucks making a change here. Lopez is checked in. James checked in for Los Angeles. Bledsoe hits them both. Rondo with the ball. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. LeBron outside to end the run. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe against Rondo. Bledsoe kicks to Connaughton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, and checking out the numbers for Antetokounmpo. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. 4th in rebounding, 5th in scoring. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebounding. And he makes the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Los Angeles calls timeout.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
Man, they straight up been getting smoked over the stretch. They really need to refocus here.
Some high-scoring teams in the NBA. Let's see the leaders. The Bucks second.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
Lakers trail by 15. Rondo kicks to Kuzma. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. Here's a look now what's coming up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On Wednesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Friday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat.
And for that matchup against the Rockets, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
And anybody can get a run-of-the-mill putback, but he makes them count.
Here's Connaughton.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And he's there at 71 from the line this season, probably below where you'd like to see him.
That one is off. Good on the second free throw. And here's Rondo. Can they get it? And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, Rondo just isn't afraid of getting hammered on the inside. Remarkable at getting under the skin of his opponents and forcing the issue.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Two shots.
He misses the free throw.
And when engaged, Rondo is special. A triple-double threat who does a little bit of everything for his squad.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And the second free throw, good. And the Bucks with possession. They're on an 18-6 run. Bledsoe with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Bledsoe finds Antetokounmpo. Takes a 3. And James pulls it down.
He's been off target for the most part, but it hasn't held them back as a unit.
Pass to Bullock. Jacks up a 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 5 rebounds tonight. Middleton on the wing. He's guarded by Bullock. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. Six to shoot. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 17-point game.
Look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm. And if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, yeah, up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus right now.
Tony Snell's checked in for Milwaukee. Here's James. 8 points for him. Passes to Bullock. LeBron left side. Pass to Kuzma. Launches it. And it's Bullock missing. Bucks leading by 20. Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. Down low. And stolen by LeBron. Here's Rondo. That shot is off. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Middleton on the wing. He's guarded by Bullock. Antetokounmpo against James. Here's Lopez. Buries it from three-point range.
Ready to shoot once he catches it. Lopez has tremendous confidence when he's scoring the goal.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, this is the dilemma as a coach. You wonder, do I need to call a timeout here? Do I need to settle these guys down? Should I let them play through it?
It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. Take a look at the Nuggets. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And of course the Lakers, right now quite a ways down below.
And I think for the Lakers, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
They have their work cut out in the offseason. The status quo isn't going to cut it. There has to be an overhaul.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That is his first foul of the game. And McGee kicks to LeBron. Just 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. Yes, it's good. Good for basket number 4. He's now 4 for 10.
Oh, that's just great judgment right there from James. He has a firm understanding for when to let it fly.
Bledsoe with it. He's picked up by Rondo. They get the rebound. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo. Middleton the pass to Snell. Rondo against Bledsoe. At the elbow, it's Antetokounmpo. Here's Lopez. Kicks it down to Middleton. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe against Rondo. Off the left rim and out.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
James kicks to Rondo. Back to James. Now Rondo. Back to LeBron. Shot clock at 5. And the pass to Rondo. Off target with his 3.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
Rondo against Bledsoe. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Over LeBron. Antetokounmpo, no good.
I'll give him that shot again. He'll probably hit it. That's a good look.
Pass to Rondo. 1:52 left in the first half of the game. Yep, it counts. Bullock's got his first bucket in this one.
And Rondo is a dime dropper. One of the best passing point guards our game has ever seen.
Feeds to Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe outside. Rebounded by the Lakers. McGee's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Not a very consistent quarter for him in terms of the shooting.
Always full of terrific insights. Bill Simmons, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you. My insights, thank you as well.
And Greg, how much fun is it to have Bill with us? Such a prominent voice in sports journalism and never afraid to speak his mind.
You know, oftentimes when you gain popularity, you become a little more conservative, a little more reserved, but not Bill. And that's why he's maintained such a tremendous following.
And LeBron James gets it to go.
Powerful, yet effective. James has always done a lot of damage from the mid-range.
Knocked loose, and the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Brook Lopez. And then for Los Angeles, Muscala, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Caldwell Pope comes in for Reggie Bullock. And Hart subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Here's Hart. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Hart. A 3-ball. Rebound, Milwaukee. Middleton's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And the long arms of Caldwell Pope are so dangerous on defense. He is so good at making his man feel uncomfortable, which in turn earns him a ton of steals.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 15. Kicks it to Antetokounmpo. Yep, that one goes in there. Antetokounmpo's got 14 points for the game.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open and is too difficult of an adjustment to make.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, a big effort from you guys in the first half. How do you keep that momentum going?
Come out with energy, just try to keep pushing the ball and get stops.
We know that's Coach's emphasis, Chris. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Boy, a lot of energy in this arena tonight. The hometown fans getting after it. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal's here. So is Kenny the Jet Smith. The story early on was Eric Bledsoe, who was on fire. He ended up with 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 steal. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
Well, I really like how many times they got to the free throw line. They've taken the direct method, attacking the basket, not settling for jump shots. That's gotten them some really good looks and a lot of points from the line. Staying aggressive in the second half is key.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
Welcome back to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the buildings of downtown reflecting off the gentle waters of beautiful Lake Michigan. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Eric Bledsoe really making a difference here.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, when you're trying to check a guy like that, you have to move your feet laterally, defensively. That didn't happen.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. When you were playing on the road, obviously the fans would yell things and, try to get under your skin. C-Webb, do you remember any instance when it really bothered you and took effect?
Maybe when I would go home and play for the Pistons, I'd see some fan in the green and white, and maybe Steve Smith, my partner, paid him to be there. But, the Michigan State fans, the gold blue or that type of thing. Or in Ohio, it's very funny, in Ohio, if they want to boo, if they want to get the crowd pumped up, all they do is put a big Michigan M up there and the crowd will go crazy and boo. So Ohio, usually my people in Ohio State, the Cleveland, they always, had something to say. No, but it was more like, you suck, Ohio State is the best, Michigan State, you should have come here, that type of stuff. And you kind of look back, give a guy a wink, knock her down a jump shot, and put your fingers to your lips and just say, shh, you don't want to get me upset. Let sleeping dogs lie.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Rajon Rondo is out there with Reggie Bullock, and it's McGee in at the center position. Middleton hits them both. The Lakers shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively, to say the least. James wide open. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Antetokounmpo against LeBron. And Mirotic kicks to Antetokounmpo. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Antetokounmpo's got 16.
There's no lack of aggression on his part. When he's got the chance to score, he'll take it.
Rondo with it. Passes it to Kuzma. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
He even knew he wasn't in good position. He tried to slide himself into a better spot. The official wasn't having it.
Well, the Bucks shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Bledsoe dishes to Mirotic. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Middleton can't get it to go. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. And here's Bullock. He kicks it to James. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe outside. Pass to Mirotic. Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. Middleton can't get it to go. Middleton's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Over to the wing. Back to Rondo. And he lays it straight in. He has 5.
And although not the biggest guy, you got to love how Rondo uses his body inside. Has a great touch as well around the rim.
Now here's Bledsoe. 15 points in the game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And from everything you hear about Giannis Antetokounmpo, he keeps a laser focus. Basketball and his family are his sole preoccupations.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And some have even compared Giannis to Kobe Bryant for his single-minded dedication, Greg, to improvement.
Yeah, you know, something of an introvert. Not a guy you'll find out on the town or schmoozing with other stars. He's content to save outside pursuits for after his playing days are done.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. Into the 3rd we go. 2 minutes in now. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Bullock, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
2.
Lakers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Shots. Relax on the first.
Free throw good. Bullock. A lot of personalities in this game, Chris. Such a big part of what makes the NBA so entertaining.
Oh, man, think about our boy Dre. Draymond Green, for those of you that don't know Day-Day. But Draymond Green, his personality is not only great for his team, but also for us fans when we see him on the court. How about Embiid, Mr. Personality on social media? You love it. And how about Jaylen Brown with his wise ways on the chessboard, the most interesting basketball player in the world. So all of these guys are exciting, fun personalities to watch for the game.
Now here's Lopez. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
Having a little bit of trouble at the start of the half. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
LeBron kicks to Rondo. James against Antetokounmpo. Over Antetokounmpo. Nice shot by James. LeBron's got 15 points.
And James, such a terrific interior scorer. Simple, under control, and on the money.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, guarded by McGee. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
But Luke Walton, he's definitely a coach players like to play for. I mean, it helps that he was a player not too long ago. Both stars and role players appreciate the candor and the opportunity he provides them.
Wagner, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And let's take a quick look at the point guards this year, racking up the most steals per game. 5th, Eric Bledsoe.
And not only are these players tremendous at picking a ball handler's pocket, but as terrific point guards, they also know how to jump into passing lanes and get a steal or deflection that way as well.
It's not just their quickness or their hands that has them on the top of the list. It's their defensive instinct that sets them apart.
And with Walton, you hear players talk about the leeway that he allows them.
And that extra bit of trust Walton gives goes a long way. It's why so many rookies have been able to flourish under him. Young players develop when you let them learn on the fly, and Walton has done a good job of creating that environment.
Now Bullock, following the three-point attempt by Nikola Mirotic. Now here's Bullock. He's tightly guarded. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Eric Bledsoe. Averaging about 15 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, anytime this club needs a basket, he's their go-to guy. Just an irrepressible, prolific scorer.
And the first one drops. A different look for Milwaukee. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Bucks leading by 21. Antetokounmpo finds Lopez. Mirotic with it. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Kuzma. Rondo passes to Bullock. James outside. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got 8 rebounds in this game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And here is Los Angeles now. Here is Rondo. He has 5. LeBron outside, takes the 3, and it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. LeBron's got 5 points in the quarter. The Bucks have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Antetokounmpo kicks to Lopez. There's the pass to Hill. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Lakers trail by 20. James outside. Back to Bullock. Pass to Wagner. Lets it go with a 3. Nailed from three-point land.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And C-Web, so many talk about the 2001 Lakers and how they might be one of the greatest teams to ever play. You saw their talent firsthand. What do you think?
I think they had, Kevin, a Hall of Fame coach, two of the greatest players to ever play the game is Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant. And right there, that 15-1 in the playoffs, that's the gold standard. I mean, Kobe and Shaq were very motivated that year. And
Two shots.
I think they're in the conversation for best team ever.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And the Bucks making a change here. Gasol's checked in. And Stevenson's checked in for Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope comes in for Reggie Bullock. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. Now Rondo. 5 points in the game. Stevenson outside. The shot from the low post is good. Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 22. And on our sideline, our reporter David Aldridge.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Gasol's in the post. Tries again. They get it again. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And that's rocking the rim. Give him the 2 points and tack on some for style.
Oh, he deserves them. He deserves all the points he can get there. Sensational. Now, here's Stevenson. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
He gets the shot he was looking for, and he just can't bury it.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Following the miss by Lance Stevenson. Stevenson against Antetokounmpo. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
He's been getting to the line. Now his 6th trip in the game. Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Bucks. And then for Los Angeles, Muscala, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Hart subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
One shot, gentlemen.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Here's Hart. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Takes a 3. Wagner, good.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, they've been tremendous from beyond the arc. It's a shift from what they did in the first 2 quarters, though.
Here is Ilyasova after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot.
Two shots.
The first one falls.
And guys, I love George Hill's game. He's a smart defender who can score the ball, pass. He's a winner.
Tony Snell's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Both free throws good from Hill. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Hart the pass to Muscala. Caldwell Pope up top, pulls up. No good on the shot. And Milwaukee will come the other way.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
A three-pointer is right on target.
That's a good way to boost his three-point percentage. Take advantage of some soft defense.
And Pau Gasol really on the tail end of what has been a Hall of Fame career. He's a two-time champion, international star. Nothing left to prove, but still manages to put up points with his sharp approach to the game.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. And with Pau Gasol, even after almost 2 decades in the league, Greg, he is still a very effective player.
You know, Pau just never seems to get credit for how smart a player he is. When he makes a play on offense, he knows exactly how a defense will react, what will open up, and what the best options are. Kobe knows just how great a teammate Gasol is, and Gasol's knowledge of the game really on an elite level.
Here's Hart. No points in the game yet for him. Stevenson outside. Pass to Wagner. Will it go? The rebound by the Bucks. They can look forward to the Quicken Loans Arena after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Outside Hill. Bucks passing it around. Just 5 to shoot. DiVincenzo. Rebounded by Hart.
Even that close to the bucket, that's a very tough finish in that kind of traffic.
Stevenson drives in. The rebound by the Bucks. Ilyasova's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll tip off a homestand, starting with the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Sunday, it'll be the Sacramento Kings coming into town.
And, you know, it hadn't been a good stretch for them lately, but that can all change when they come back home. Nothing cures a slide in the standings quite like a healthy home stretch.
Now, here's Caldwell Pope. 12 points for him. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Hill.
Well, you really like seeing Caldwell Pope earning these calls on the shot. I mean, it makes him that much more difficult to guard.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
That free throw good from Caldwell Pope.
Look, Caldwell Pope, Kevin, he's one of the better 3-and-D wings in this league. He's very active with his hands. And on defense, you know he's always going to get a handful of steals, but he's not the most efficient scorer. But he's solid from deep.
That one misses. And with Caldwell Pope, as good as he is, he can be inconsistent.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like any player, he's going to have his good nights and bad nights. It's just with KCP, the bad nights sometimes really stick out. It all averages out in the end with him, but sometimes you'll think he's a star. And other nights you'll wonder, what is he doing out there?
For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Stevenson drives in. Gasol with the defensive effort.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Here's Snell. And it's good for 2. Snell's got 7 points in the game.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here's Hart. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
No doubt that was a defensive mistake. You got to have a guy on him at all times.
Hill against Caldwell Pope. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Let's take a look at the teams that have done a great job of converting turnovers into points since the All-Star break. The Lakers in 5th.
And since the break, we've seen them ambush their opponents with that attacking brand of defense. And boy, have they reaped the rewards offensively.
The first free throw is good. The Bucks making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Rajon Rondo's checked in for Lance Stevenson. Both free throws good from Hill. Los Angeles has gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. Back to Hart. Pass to Rondo. Back to Hart. Fires the 3. That shot misses. The Bucks go the other way with it. We've got 1:13 left in the third. Snell finds Ilyasova. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. Hart. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists now in this one. Rondo against Hill. And Wagner pulls it down. Wagner's got rebound number 5 here tonight. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Bucks leading by 23. The pass to Hill. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Hill's got 13.
And always looking for the high percentage bucket. Hill got that one right to the rim.
Lakers shooting the ball around 43% from the floor so far in the third quarter. Hart the pass to Wagner. Back to Hart. For 3, Caldwell Pope. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. "19 seconds left in the third quarter. Rondo against Bledsoe. 6 on the shot clock. Rondo kicks to James. Over Middleton. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Rondo. And that's 20 points for LeBron.
You got to be in awe, James. An offensive juggernaut. He's caught fire here tonight.
Shoots from 12. And he makes that one. 17 points for Eric Bledsoe. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Bucks on top, running away with it. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Lakers shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Wilson out there with Ilyasova. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Bledsoe. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
But James loves pulling up immediately off the pass. You can't give him any breathing room, even when the pass is coming his way.
Now here's Ilyasova. Wide open look, and it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
LeBron kicks to Chandler. Pro basketball is one of the few sports where awards are league-wide, C-Web, and not divided by conference. I wonder if the NBA should consider giving out separate awards, you know, for the East and the West.
You know, Kev, I don't know about Eastern and Western Conference, but I do believe that there should be an offensive MVP. I do believe there should be a difference between MVP and maybe the best player in the league, because how do we define some of these things? So I do think we can tinker with some of the awards, but East and West, I'm not really sure with. I think it should always be about the best out of the total number of teams and conferences.
Good perspective. Now here's LeBron. And good that time. LeBron's got 24 points.
You got to admire the focus. James not allowing the D to get the better of him.
Bledsoe passes to Wilson. Middleton outside. Lets it go from deep. And it's Ingram with the rebound.
It's been a rough game for him, but it won't sting too bad as long as they hang on to the lead.
James against Middleton. LeBron left side. Bonga. Off target from outside. Milwaukee leading by 23. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Bledsoe with it. Pass to Wilson from the arc. The shot missing. Kicks to Chandler. Ingram outside. Lakers working the ball around now. Muscala hits the bucket.
You don't see that too often, the fadeaway shot when he's wide open.
And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Last season, C-Web, the league implemented rules for resting starters. Has that had any effect in your opinion so far?
I'm not a big fan of it. I think that this should be something that's held in the locker room, that if you're a player and you're hurt, or if you're tired, that you and your coach should be able to talk about it, and definitely he manage your body the way that a coach should. But I don't think that this should be something that's just out on the table that I can take a rest day. It's just never been in the game. This is a new precedent. But I do love what the commissioner and the NBA has tried to do, is address the issue, because it was getting out of hand, resting players, especially on national televised games. If I'm a fan and I'm coming there to watch my favorite player and you're not playing there tonight, and I've saved up for these tickets for months, gotten good grades, done everything my dad has said to do, and he's taking me to the game and you don't show up?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a big letdown.
That's sad. And the Lakers making a change here. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 15 points here in the second half.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're already getting dogged out there. I mean, and now he's landing body blows.
Fade away, and it's off the back rim, no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Bledsoe against Rondo. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That'll be his second foul of the game. Chris, the last few years, talk of expansion has come up. Are we ready, you think, in the NBA to add some more teams?
I think we are. Now, expanding to 32 teams might stretch the talent a little bit thin, but I think we could handle a couple of years with that because of the youth of the players, and it could actually switch it up a little bit. I mean, come on, Kevin. You like me. You're a big basketball and big sports fan. You know we have to have a team in Seattle.
I would love to see it. Absolutely.
I mean, come on. You know how crazy those fans were. You know we have to have that come back. And then there's some places. Think about how great Oklahoma City is.
Yes.
And how they've just embraced this Thunder team. There might be a couple more places out there with that type of passion and fans saying, listen, if you give us a team, we promise we'll nurture it, take care of it, and root for it the loudest. And I like having that. I think it's time to definitely investigate expansion, but we got to get back to Seattle first and foremost.
Here's Connaughton outside Mirotic. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Pau Gasol is checked in for the Bucks. Lakers have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. The feed to Muscala. Outside Rondo. Clock at 6. And the Lakers with another miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Connaughton, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 4 assists now tonight. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Basket good. Milwaukee's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Bledsoe against Rondo. And Bledsoe with the stuff.
And how high can you fly? I mean, he finishes that one with some pop.
GA after getting loose in the lane with a scintillating move.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's LeBron.
Oh, goodness.
Wow. Crazy. You love how fierce James is, a ferocious dunk artiste.
And that was an unleashed chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim. Antetokounmpo kicks to Connaughton. Mirotic against Kuzma. Shoots it up and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Passes it to Kuzma. Outside Rondo. Antetokounmpo against James. Shot clock at 6. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Here's Rondo. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Mirotic. Chris, coach turnover happens a lot in the NBA. And there are some people that feel that, teams are too quick to make a change. What do you think?
Every situation is different. Sometimes an obvious change is needed, but sometimes it feels more like desperations. Think about it. The best franchises typically have stability, and fans aren't stupid. They know when their team is just trying to throw a worm out there to catch and to see who they can get, or if they're using the past coach as a scapegoat, trying to redirect the emotions of the fans to direct them to cheer for their team further on. But a lot of times, I tell you this, though, coaches getting fired because the players don't execute and follow through. A lot of times it's not the coach's fault, but usually they have to take the fall, and that's what being the leader is all about. And unfortunately for the coaches, there is quick turnover, but hopefully they can land back on their feet at a new place with another job, with a team that'll listen and let them set the culture.
Good insight.
2-2.
And the first one drops. Compared to when you were playing C-Web, how have the baseline skill requirements for the 4s and the 5s, the power forwards and the centers, changed, do you think, the most?
The ability to stretch the floor. There's a lot more emphasis on mobility, especially at the defensive end. And I don't think you can have a player who is a specialist anymore in the game. I've played with some great defenders. The Ben Wallaces, the Davis boys there in Indiana, but those positions are no longer valued or needed anymore. You can no longer be a defensive player that can't score on the other end. You have to be a player in the NBA now with the total skill set. That means mobility, shooting, dribble, passing. All of those things have to be encompassed, or there's a way to make sure to highlight you with the mismatch and take you out of the game.
Good documentation. I like that. C-Web, I think of when you entered the league and how much the league has changed since your entry. In your mind, going back to your rookie year, I'm sure you can count many ways that the NBA has improved the game.
Yeah, and the NBA, to me, has always been a step ahead. It's been a leader as far as where sports in general should go. I mean, we're truly a global game now. Just imagine where the game is going to be in 20 years. The growth of overall player salaries, the value of franchises. And to me, again, the biggest improvement has just been the evolution of players. It's been thanking a guy like Larry Bird, who was 6'9", shooting threes, and today we have Kevin Durant, 7-foot shooting threes. It's players getting better. The dribbling of Isaiah Thomas back in the Piston days to the dribbling of Curry, Kyrie, John Wall. Today, it's the evolution of the players, to me, that's been so exciting, along with the growth of the league overall.
Now, here's Kuzma. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Outside Mirotic. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
This is what Mirotic does best. A knockdown three-ball specialist. Doesn't hesitate in pulling the trigger.
Outside Rondo. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. To the left wing. Here's Connaughton. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now, here's Bullock. D right on him. Will it go? And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Before last season, the NBA voted to restructure the lottery odds. C-Web, you think the changes will promote, better competition?
More even odds for the bottom 5 teams. Right. That's the way that it should be. The bad teams should get the little bit of help that they're needed. And I do think that it promotes better competition. So I'm definitely happy with the way the NBA restructured the lottery odds.
Free throw good, Bullock. And some changes here for the Lakers. Lance Stephenson's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Josh Hart in for Rajon Rondo. And so Bullock nails both of them. And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And that was the correct play to make. George Hill, a very discerning playmaker.
LA's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Stevenson drives in.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
Free throw good, LeBron. Chris, in football, you have the franchise tag. It allows a team to keep a superstar by delaying his free agency. Would that work in the NBA?
I'm not sure if that would work in the NBA. It would be what else would reward this player in the franchise tag? Does it allow freedom for other players to come? I think that we're going to have to address some of these issues as time goes on, especially in a place like Golden State where they have so many great players there. But one of the great things about the NBA is the freedom of movement, and I don't think that we've seen really any teams get hurt too bad by the superstar leaving if they've acknowledged he's going to leave and made a trade for him. It is when that they don't acknowledge, a la Orlando with Shaq, a la a couple of other teams, they don't acknowledge that this guy may leave, that you truly end up with nothing. So I'm not sure about that franchise tag yet, Kev. The NBA.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive attitude Stevenson brings to the table. He's not going to sit back and settle for jump shots. If he can attack the basket, he will.
And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. So it's the Bucks now.
Come on, shoot!
Hill drives in. He feeds it to Gasol. Now the pass to Connaughton. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Connaughton's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
And part of this falls on the defense. I mean, you know he's hot. You'd like to force someone else to shoot the basketball.
Here's James. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, LeBron's got 32 points. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill.
Talk about ugly. I mean, no pressure being put on him, and he sails the pass right out of bounds.
LA's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's James. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Man, don't do it. Going for that pump fake. James has it just impeccable. Fooling the defense night in and night out.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good.
They're looking to get the most out of every possession. Frustrated to miss even one free throw right now.
Hill dishes to Gasol. Mirotic with it. He's picked up by LeBron. DiVincenzo. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Milwaukee.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, the biggest impact he had was with his on-the-ball defense. Such quick hands. His steals added up to a lot of extra possession.
LeBron kicks to Stevenson. Back to James. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Floats one, and it's Stevenson laying it in.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
Monster scoring run, but had to do this earlier. Now it shoulda, woulda, coulda, all that.
Down low, stolen by Stevenson. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. On the wing, Stevenson. Five on the clock. from deep three-point range. No good that time. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Eric Bledsoe. Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
We're getting out of transition, trying to get defensive stops, and everybody's just playing their game.
And it showed tonight, Eric. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.